وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
So where we arrived?
مرشد تزكية
تبرك.
تبرك الأول.
Now to inshallah we go to أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نويت الأربعين نويت الاعتكاف نويت الخلوة نويت العزة نويت الرياضة نويت السلوك لله تعالى العظيم في هذا المسجد. We were discussing before about there are 4 different levels of murshid. So give a little bit summary of there are different kinds of murshid, and in every level there are different levels. In every level, or there are different stations, and every station has different levels. So, and we were trying to explain what Grand Sheikh Abdullah Faiz al-Dagestani and Maulana Sheikh Nazim and Sayyidina Sheikh Sharafuddin, that they have put all these description of a murshid. Who can be a murshid? Today we are hearing a lot people say, my murshid, my murshid, my murshid, my murshid. And I have this murshid, the other one say I have this murshid, and these murshids and these murshids, as we explained, might not have a smell of the reality of a murshid. But unfortunately, people are today are not knowing where to look for a murshid. Anyone that they like his way of speech, they think he is a murshid. Some of these murshid, even they don't look into Sharia. They don't have any kind of Sharia. No prayers, no fasting, nothing. So in any case, we explained the first level of irshad, which is the murshid of blessings. Now we are coming to the second one, which is murshid at-tazkiyah, means the spiritual guide of purification and chastening. This level, when you go from one level to another level, means whatever was in the first level you have accomplished all. When you go in university from bachelor to master, means if you are in a master studies, means everything what was in bachelor you finish. And when you go to higher than master, PhD or a doctor, means you have completed your master class. So Murshid at-Tazkiyah come in the higher station, the second station. Means whatever we discussed before about Murshid at-Tabarruk, the Murshid of blessings, Murshid of purification, will carry all of them. He is Madhar al-Jami'.
The manifestation?
He is the appearances, all what appeared in the first station will be reflected on him in the second station. In order to put his first feet in the second station, he has to dress everything, means he being elevated from Murshid at-Tabarruk to Murshid at-Tazkiyah. وهو من انطوى فيه جميع ما كان في مرشد التبرك. In him means everything was in Murshid at-Tabarruk, he inherited it in order to go to the second station. What is the first duty or first obligation in the second station? What he has to do, that he, in order that he will be improving himself. Because even the murshid, don't think murshid, if we say this one is a peer, is a murshid, he doesn't need to make anything, only to come and sit with people and talk to people. No. Means he has obligations, he has to do them. So murshid at-tazkiyah, the second station level of irshad, first, for him, his obligation means he has to be fully completing whatever came in the four school of thought, four mazhab. He has to, all of it is, whatever they has teaching it, he has to take it, learn it, and not to do anything that contradicts the four mazhab. Not to contradict even one mazhab, not to contradict the four. And in Arabic he said يجب أن يكون أيضا محفوظا عما لا يليق بعزائم المذاهب الأربعة. And not only fully completing the four school of thought, but he has to go to the azima, not rukhsa. There is in the four school of thought, there is rukhsa, means the easy way. You take the easy way. No, here you have to take the more hardest way on yourself. It's not the easy way. So means he has to make sure that every movement he has to move with wisdom. He cannot say one word without a wisdom. He cannot move a movement without a wisdom out of it. He cannot teach without a wisdom. Everything he is doing, he has to put in front of his eyes, رأس الحكمة مخافة الله. The head of wisdom is to be fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fear of Allah in two kinds. Fear of Allah's punishment and fear of Allah if you are far away from His love. So he has to be able to do that. And on top of that, any bad intention come to his mind, he cannot step in that level. He must cut all these gossips that come from shaitan into the mind of every person. You know, when you say, especially when you enter in the prayer, say Allahu Akbar after the Imam, how many bad inspiration comes? Huh?
Too many.
Too many. And especially the Imam. Or that one who calls himself what? Peer. How many bad inspiration comes to his mind when he say Allahu Akbar? Why? Because shaitan is after everyone. Look, I was mentioning to you yesterday, they have a milad, and everyone in front of his name, they have 1, 2, 3, 4 speakers. And every one of his name, Allama Mufti Pir, Allama Maulana so and so, Allama Maulana Pir, Allama Maulana Al-Hasani Al-Husayni. All these titles, for what? This is ego. Why they reach level of irshad? If they reach level of irshad, they will not put in front their name Allama. Never. I never saw Maulana Sheikh put in front of his name Allama, means the highly educated. Only he put in front of his name a Sheikh. Muhammad Nazim Adil Al-Haqqani, he used to say Al-Naqshbandi Al-Shami, and under his name Khadim Al-Fuqara, the servant of poor people. So now if you don't put in front of people in front of their names Allama, Allama, Maulana, Allama, Pir, oh, they get upset. Grand Sheikh one, may Allah bless his soul, when his Sheikh, Sayyidina Sheikh Sharafuddin, Grand Sheikh, was passing the secret to him before he died, he called him 3 months before he died. He said, Abdullah Effendi, this is how they address this. Even they are our grandsheikhs, but his sheikh address him as he is a student. That's why when Maulana Sheikh, Grand Sheikh Sheikh Abdullah Faiz Darstan used to address Maulana Sheikh Nazim, he used to say to him, Nazim Effendi. Yani respected Nazim. Not more than that. Our duty is to say Maulana Sheikh Nazim Sultan al-Awliya, but not his sheikh duty to say that. His sheikh will say differently. So he called him Sheikh Sharafuddin, and he said, Abdullah Effendi, respected son, because Sayyidina Sheikh Sharafuddin, before he died by 3 months, he asked Prophet ﷺ in the association of awliya, in order that he will be able to extract from Holy Quran the name of awliyaullah, the high elevated awliyaullah, that they are in the level of murshids. Murshid Tabarruk, Murshid Tazkiyah, Murshid Tasfiyah, Murshid Tarbiyah, and the other kind of wilaya, to be able to extract their names from Holy Quran. And that's why when he categorized them, he pulled out the name of the 40 Khalifa of Sayyidina al-Mahdi, 59 deputies of Sayyidina al-Mahdi alayhi salam. He pulled out the name of al-Rijal al-Ishraqiyun. He pulled the name of al-A'imma al-Mudabbirun. He pulled the name of al-A'imma al-Rabbaniyun. He pulled the names of Mashayikh al-Islam in that time when Mahdi alayhi salam comes. All these names and 313 saints, that they are at the feet of 313 messengers, because there is 313 messengers, that they are prophet but they are messengers, and there are 313 Ashab Badr, the people, the companion of Prophet in Badr, that they were with him, supporting him. So these 313 awliya are inheritors of these different messengers and prophets and Sahaba. So he was asking that permission to go into, go deep in the ocean, to what you say, dive in the ocean of that verse of Holy Quran from Surah Al-An'am, to extract the names of these awliya. And for 3 months, as Grand Sheikh, may Allah bless his soul, was explaining to us, that Sayyidina Sheikh Sharafuddin went into that verse, diving in it, pulling out all these names, and wrote them in a book that Grand Sheikh showed to us. And from that book, I copied them all. I copied the whole book. And we have the copy, the original disappeared. When Grand Sheikh passed away, we never found it. It's gone. So these names, he was extracting them. You see, the irshad is not so easy. That is irshad, that is the guidance, that is a wali that has irshad. Irshad is not give you a lesson and then you go, no, take from your hand, put you in the level of, the murshid will put you in his level, but doesn't open to your eyes, because you are not yet able, because it's like you see these welders, when they weld, what they do on their eyes, they cover their eyes in order that they can see what they are welding, or that light will burn their eyes. Also, that light of wilaya, if they want to open to your eyes, that's why they have a black eyeglasses on your eye that you don't see anything. If they take it, your eyes are gone. So he extracted them from the verse of وَمِنْ آبَائِهِمْ وَذُرِّيَّاتِهِمْ وَاجْتَبَيْنَاهُمْ وَهَدَيْنَاهُمْ.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وتلك حجتنا آتيناها إبراهيم على قومه نرفع درجات من نشاء إن ربك حكيم عليم. ووهبنا له إسحاق ويعقوب كلا هدينا ونوحا هدينا من قبل ومن ذريته داود وسليمان وأيوب ويوسف وموسى وهارون وكذلك نجزي المحسنين. وزكريا ويحيى وعيسى وإلياس كل من الصالحين وإسماعيل واليسع ويونس ولوطا وكلا فضلنا على العالمين. ومن آبائهم وذرياتهم وإخوانهم واجتبيناهم وهديناهم إلى صراط مستقيم.
He began from Nuh, and then Ibrahim alayhi salam, and from Ishaq, Yaqub and Ishaq, and then Ismail, and from their progeny. From progeny, one after one after one, and the end, all of them we guided them. These are guided, that's guidance. وَهَدَيْنَاهُمْ. We guided them. Meaning, who guided them? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And who really was the vehicle to guide them? Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Through Sayyidina Muhammad, because Allah said to all prophets, when Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam comes, you follow him. You have to follow him. You cannot be prophets in his time. If he comes in your time, you become normal people, and he's the prophet. And you follow him. So, guidance coming from Allah to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet to all these messengers that been described in Surah Al-An'am, in that verse, and then at the end we guide from them they're all their descendants, progeny, and all of them we guided them. So he was picking who was being guided and classifying them according to their rank, not from their time, but in the time of Sayyidina al-Mahdi alayhi salam. So what he did, because what passed. So he wants to bring that up for the time of Sayyidina al-Mahdi alayhi salam. That is what is important. So anyone who reads daily these names from beginning to end, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened to his heart's guidance. Because they are the guided ones. So through them, you'll be guided. And anyone ask for Allah for their sake, for forgiveness or for a problem, difficulty, or for a marriage or for a sickness, Allah for their sake, because they are all high level awliya. So Allah for their sake cure or make difficulties to be solved, problems to go, because of the sake of these awliya. So with that wisdom he pulled them out to benefit the ummah, those who are allowed and being given permission to know them and to know about them. Not everyone knows about them and know them. Might be if you are for the first time hearing about that. So that secret that Sayyidina Shaykh Sharafuddin, grand Shaykh, was addressing and pulling them out to tell those who will be in the time of the Mahdi alayhi salam, this are ready for you. Read them daily. You meet them daily, because if you know their name, they appear to you. they come to you. They are not hiding when you know them. If you know that someone, you knock at his door, he opens for you. If you don't know, he says, I don't know you, so why you are coming to me? So it's important to know them, to know their names at least. So in that diving, he said it was so heavy in his heart to pull these names out, one by one. Like searching in this universe for a ring. How you can find it? You take a ring, throw it even in this room, or throwing out in the garden. How you can find it later? It's like 3-4 dönüm garden. You throw it there, 1 acre or 2 acres garden. You throw it there. Come and find it. You can find it. It's very difficult to find it. It means you have to look everywhere. How you are going to find all these guides or these awliya? It was 3 months took him to pull their names out. Not only their names, I mean to pull them out. And the one who pulls you out knows about you. Means who is higher? The one who pulled you out. Not the one who is hiding. That's why he is a grand sheikh. That's why he is from the golden chain. That's why who inherit from him is a golden chain inheritor. Grand sheikh inherit from him. From grand sheikh Sheikh Sharafuddin. He gave everything to grand sheikh Sheikh Abdullah al-Faiz Dastani, who gave everything to Maulana Sheikh Nazim al-Haqqani. So the one who pulls you out of the thousands of people or hundreds of thousands, he knows which one and pull you out. What that means? Means I know you, what about you completely. Don't hide yourself. You want to hide it for someone else, not to me. No? So he pulled them out. It was difficult on his heart. It's a very hard work that he took. So before he passed away, he said to Grand Sheikh Sheikh Abdullah al-Faiz Dastani, oh my son, it made me very sick, my heart, to pull these names out. I'm in 3 days dying. So I'm writing my will. So he wrote his will that whatever Prophet ﷺ put in me, giving it to as inheritance to my son Sheikh Abdullah al-Dastani, means our grand Sheikh Sultan al-Awliya Sayyidi Sheikh Abdullah al-Faiz al-Dastani Qaddasallahu Sirruh, bless his soul. I gave to him and I dressed him. So he wrote his will to all his students, east and west. So what happened? After 3 days he passed away. They buried him in a city that's called Güneyköy today, outside Istanbul by Yalova, what's called before Rashadiyya in the Ottoman time. They buried him on top of the mountain. After that, he died. They buried him. Grand Sheikh came back to his house. He took the will, tear it apart, and bury it. Not like here, Allama Muftiya, Allama Maulana, Allama. He said, I don't want anyone to know about me. I'm not here for fame, to say, oh, he became the sheikh, he inherited. I don't want people to know. I'm a simple servant. I'm afraid if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will call me in the day of judgment and say, Abdullah Effendi, you are not good. Who can save me? Except Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So what is the benefit to say myself, I am the murshid of the tariqah, or I am the master of the tariqah? Today, if they go to any peer, they call him peer, they take from him half page like this, and say, oh, I have put my appointed so and so as my representative Khalif. Oh, they make a big issue out of it. They want to mention it to everyone, and they want to declare it to everyone, and they want everyone to bow to them, kiss their feet even. Is that? This is what they do. Because it's ego work. So what happened? Hubbur Riyasa, the love of being the top. So he tear it apart. He said, who wants me? Allah will send. I'm not going to show and say I am the one now. Allah knows best. He hid himself. And he said they never knew me except Haji in that area. After Grand Sheikh Sharafuddin passed away, because he was the most not educated, most enlightened person through heart, without studying from books, anything. His heart is connected with Prophet ﷺ, always knowledge coming out. One time Sheikh Sharafuddin was sitting on the hill giving sohbah to scholars attending his majlis on Sharia, and Grand Sheikh was passing. He was very young. He was like 10 years of age. And they said to Sheikh Sharafuddin, why always you give this boy so much importance? He looked at them and he said, do you want me to tell you where he is putting his feet now, or later where he will be putting his feet in Day of Judgment? They said, no, now. Why we have to wait till later? He said, where he is putting his feet, I never put my feet there. And he was 10 years of age. When Allah wants to give, He doesn't say this is young and this is old. He will give. That's why His level. He said when Grand Sheikh Sharafuddin passed away, I don't want anyone to know what I am, what inheritance I took. So people in that area, small area, knew as me as Haji. If I show you, I have still his stick, Grand Sheikh's stick. I show it to you one day it's not here, in Michigan. I brought it from Lebanon. His stick that he used to use. And it is written on it, Haji Abdullah Hussein Abdullah. Haji, not even Sheikh. Someone made it for him and gave to him. So they hide their names. They don't want to be known. Similarly, when Grand Sheikh Abdullah Al-Faiz Lahsani passed away, he wrote his will also. And he said, well, what I am carrying, I am inheriting to Sheikh Nazim. And then he said, one will you put it in the grave, one will you keep it with you to show to people. So after we buried the Grand Sheikh, may Allah bless his soul, we went back to Beirut and Maulana Sheikh Nazim with us. And that was 1973. And there we put the will in a safe box, big one, the old style. You cannot move it. And only one key it has. So at that time, Maulana Sheikh Nazim, before going to Cyprus, he said, okay, show me the will. So we opened, we showed it to him, he read it, kissed it, he said, hide it back. No need for anyone to see. So we put it back, we closed the safe box. And at that time, no one was, people were divided after Grand Sheikh. Only me and my brother Sheikh Adnan, we were supporting Maulana Sheikh Nazim. Not supporting, he supported us, but we were always pushing everything that he is there, according to the will. So after 2-3 days, he left. My uncle said, let me see the will, because he was the head of scholar of Lebanon. So we opened the safe to take the wood. It's not disappeared. Till today we don't know what it is. Who took it? We don't know. So awliya Allah, they hide themselves. They hide their personalities. They don't want to show their ego. So Murshid at-Tazkiyah is Murshid, this purification of the self. You are purifying Tazkiyatul Nafs, you are purifying the self. So how you want a Murshid who is seeing himself by giving himself titles? Is that? If you go and see the names that Grand Sheikh Sheikh Sharafuddin Dagestani pulled them out, he didn't say in front of everyone, Allama, Maulana, Pir, Sheikh Noorani, Sheikh this and this, or Allama, Maulana, Pir, Sheikh Maulana, Sheikh, Doctor, Mufti, Saab, or Doctor, Professor. You see, it's there only the name. On the top you have which group. So Murshid al-Tazkiyah is the one that tried to purify himself. Even he's a Murshid, still he's in progress. You cannot say to a Murshid, oh, you stop, don't do anything. No, he has to keep following the footstep of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he must not, as we said, have the simplest khatir, thought that comes to his mind at any moment. The bad thoughts. And he has to follow what the fourth school of thought says without any discrepancy, you may, any mistake or any leaving even a smallest and say this small thing you don't need to do it. No, you have to do it. You have to do everything. And he has to, he will be, if he is in that level, station second station, he will be receiving from his murshid, who is the higher from him, murshid at-tasfiyah than murshid at-tarbiyah. So he has to take from the murshid who is higher than him the permission that murshid at-tasfiyah, who is higher than him, third level, will take the authority, the permission from murshid at-tarbiyah, who in his turn take the permission from Sultan al-Awliya, who is take permission from Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to give him a permission al-izn لتلقين أتباعه, to put on the tongue of his students that they have to recite daily 24,000 times zikrullah. In the first level, Murshid al-Baraka, he was supposed to do that himself. In the second station, Murshid, when he reached became Murshid Tazkiyah, he was raised to the second station. Now he is obliged to make sure that his students do the 24,000 zikr and 5,000 salawat on Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His zikr is higher, is going to be more than that. We can come to it later. And he will be given the permission. And this is what is important, to give the permission at any moment to call any sheikh of the sheikhs of the Naqshbandi Sufi order. If he calls any sheikh, that's what I was speaking, the names of these saints that Grand Sheikh Sharafuddin pulled them out from that verse. That Murshid at-Tazkiyah, second level, he has the power to call any one of them, they have to appear. And also, not only them, but anyone from the 7,007 awliyaullah who are the Naqshbandi sheikhs, if he called them at any place, at any time, dead or alive, they have to appear in front of him. Because he needs them, he needs their support, he needs to ask them questions. That is still we are not going more, but that is the second level of irshad. So what is now today? You call this murshid, this murshid, this murshid, this murshid. You see many people today, they say this is my murshid. Right? Then he said, he has to know not only the 7,007, he has to call them and they have to come and appear in front of him. But he has to know all awliyaullah that are living in his time, and in every certain time, in every time of this time of the earth, there is 124,000 awliya that they are inheritors from 124,000 prophets. He has to know them, he has to know their names, he has to have contact with them, he has to call upon them at any time, they have to respond to him. Then he has to know whatever knowledge they have, he has to learn it, he has to get it from them, and to know which kind of, from which prophet they are inheriting. Not only knowing them, he has to know the source of their knowledge. In order to be Murshid al-Tazkiyah, in order to be in this station too. So, sainthood is not easy. They say this is saint, this is saint, this is saint, this is saint, this is Murshid, this is Murshid. And they fill closets of books, all kind of garbage books, from this one and that one and that one and that one in the corner here, and all kind of, for what? That's unfortunately this kind of knowledge that we are getting from our shuyukh is not something simple. We will stop here, we'll continue tomorrow about Murshid al-Tazkiyah inshaAllah. But we have to say that, as we said yesterday, even there are Murshid by name, they call them Murshid. What you can do, at least they tell their student that there is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, it's good, still is good, but they are not that type. That type is for some, أَلَا إِنَّ أَوْلِيَاءَ اللَّهِ لَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Verily the awliyaullah, they have nothing to fear and they must not be sad. And Prophet ﷺ said in a holy hadith, أَوْلِيَاءِ تَحْتَ قِبَابِ لَا يَعْلَمُهُمْ غَيْرِي. My saints are under my domes. No one knows them except me. This type of awliya. That's, they say to you today, you go to any mosque, they say, all of us we are awliya. Where of you are awliya? Where are these people? Where they are hiding themselves? Go back into history and read what kind of saints came into Islamic history. Thousands and thousands of them, 124,000 every time. One dies, another one replaced. One dies, another, till Judgment Day. Where are these awliya? They are hidden. And then Prophet ﷺ said a holy hadith, which Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned, that hadith, he cannot say no. He said, من عاد لي وليا أذنته بالحرب. Who comes to become an enemy against my wali, I will declare war on him. Allah is saying, when Allah declare war, it's not like we declare war. Allah is not shooting with bullets. Allah, you know what He can shoot. He can shoot whatever He wants. كن فيكون. من عاد لي وليا أذنته بالحرب. If someone comes against my wali as enemy, I will declare war. How many today they are enemy against the word saint even. Forget about the person. If you mention wali, the name only, the word only, they say no such thing.
Yes.
Is that? What no such thing? Allah mentioned in Holy Quran. How is no such thing? Allah mentioned in Holy Quran.
No.
How is no such thing?
It's everybody.
Then why Allah to mention? Why Allah mentioned in that hadith, Man aada li waliyan adantu bil harb? He didn't say, he said, Man aada li waliyan. From awliya. If everyone is wali, then Allah will say, Man aada li al-nas, man aada al-nas. Why he has to say wali? Means there are wali, there is no wali. There are different kinds. And this khitab was to the people of Holy Quran, to the Muslims. Man adali waliyan adantu bil harb. So, in any case, wilaya is not so easy. Wilaya is something that's very difficult. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. And may Allah bless us and bless our families and children. And bless everyone hearing us today and tomorrow, till future, till judgment day. May Allah forgive us, send us to paradise without account with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and our shuyukh. Hurmat al-Habib, Hurmat al-Fatih.